meditating. This is definitely going to be a spot I'm going to come back to. Just kind of get today and talk about a little bit about my life and the struggles that I've went through mentally, mental health. I'm a big believer in mental health days. I'm a big believer in making sure you prioritize your mental health, anxiety, depression, happiness, all that stuff, you know? And unfortunately, in my life, I did not have a good mental health. I didn't have a good mental state in general when it came to a lot of things. And unfortunately, I didn't really realize it for a long time. When it comes to that mental health thing, right? I've always had problems, legitimately. I've always had anxiety, depression, trying to cover up as best as I could. And, you know, unfortunately, throughout most of my life, I didn't understand what happiness was. I didn't know what to do with my life. I didn't know what to do with anything. And I feel like that's a lot of people. So it's not just me, you know. And I'm nobody special. I'm Jeremy Allen. I'm unapologetically Jeremy, right? I do lack in a lot of things, so like confidence, and I get very easily upset, and I get triggered, and a lot of stuff like that, you know. Story time! I'm not gonna be like that right now. But I guess, kind of getting into it, right? I guess the first start of everything was when I was young. I was bullied severely as like a elementary, junior high kid, because I was fat. I was relentlessly bullied because of my weight. It is who I am today, but long story short, I was bullied a lot. Got into high school, started playing football, lost a whole bunch of weight, became one of the strongest dudes ever walked through my high school. Just because your environment changes, you physically change, does not mean your mental state will change. And unfortunately, I've had to suffer through it. Moving on, I started going to college. Everything still continued to pile up. Pile. Never stopped. My mental state, suicidal thoughts, depression, heightened anxiety, and all that stuff. I graduated. I played football all 5 years. I was in good shape, right? I was in good shape. Mentally, still not there. Still not there. I'm not developed. I have literally done nothing to change myself. Mentally, barriers upon barriers upon barriers. Pivotal moments in my life that only weighted on my shoulders and did nothing to kind of relieve anything because my mental wasn't there. I had no good mental health habits. I had nothing, right? I was depressed. I was still depressed. I had really high anxiety. Fast forward to the end of the year, you know, I got a good job at Menards. I graduated with supply chain management and logistics. Out of college, I got a good degree, and it was great. You know, life was great. Mental health wasn't there, but life was great, right? I got promoted, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's get it," right? And I took it. I got it. I got accepted out of like tons of people, and so I get up there, and it's pretty awesome for the first few months, and then BAM! COVID hits, right? COVID-19. And my life just started spiraling downhill. Spiraling. I was drinking heavily every night to fall asleep because of the anxiety and depression, right? Nothing at my job seemed worth it anymore. Nothing. My dad had to get major life-altering surgery, which I won't get into, but I felt like I needed to get out. And unfortunately, because of my mental state, I was so unstable. I would lash out at people. I just wasn't in the right mindset. And we'll kind of fast forward a little bit here. I ended up moving back with all this mental trauma up there. All this crazy shit piling up. And I thought everything would relieve itself as soon as I got back to Illinois, living with my mom, being back at the place I loved so much, my first real job, my first management job, and I came back as a regular team member. Took like a 4-level demotion. Nothing changed. I got worse. But what I mean is I got worse was all the mental problems I had. Everything. It didn't just disappear. They were still there, right? They're still up here. Unfortunately, and I had no way of dealing with anything, so I just got more frustrated. And then I almost snapped. Almost. It's very close. Had really bad days at work. I was a shitty employee. Really bad, right? Which is the exact opposite of what I was before. And there was a tipping point, right? I couldn't sleep at night. I gained like 60 pounds, man. I just ate. I DoorDashed every night. I ate pizza. I ate this. I ate that. I drank. I did whatever I wanted. Just to try to get a small dopamine hit. Something to make me feel better. And that was food. So then one night, right, I'm laying in my bed. I can't sleep at all. 360 pounds. I can never sleep. Anxiety. I think about this shit at night. And I won't be able to go to sleep till like 8, 9 a.m. Like it all ranged. Because there'd be days I'd be so fucking physically exhausted, I would just pass out in my bed. Eating. Right? And what I realized is that to figure some way, like I thought to myself, how do you make yourself tired, right? So you can get to sleep, get a good night rest, whatever. So it's like, fuck it. I'm going to go for a run. Got my running shoes on. I grabbed some type of running shoes from college, right? And I threw them bad boys on and got some shorts and a t-shirt and just started running. Ran outside my house and I think I got to about 1/10 of a mile and about to pass out. I ran maybe 1/10 of a mile. I'm so physically out of breath. I'm over 350 pounds, right? And I can't even quantify this, and I know this because I went to the doctor and they weighed me. That's how much I was. I had high blood pressure. I was fatty liver, all this crazy stuff, right? But I don't know what it was. I stopped and I'm like about to pass out, I'm like, ugh, you know? But I don't know what it was. Maybe it's the athlete in me. Maybe it was a higher consciousness to myself. But I just told myself I got to keep going, even if I have to walk. So I kept going. I ran again, and then I started walking. And then when I got my breath back, I ran again. I got about a mile, right? Physically exhausted. This epiphany hit me. I could do this every night. I can do this, and it'll make me go to sleep because I'm so tired. And that's what started the journey. That was the start. That was the first strike in the right direction. And that first stride, I know I said strike, but that first stride, right? That first step forward is what started everything here today. All the stuff that I've learned from this experience, from all my life, is you just gotta keep moving forward. Just gotta keep walking forward. What I ended up doing is I started running like every day, right? I started losing the weight. I started making personal goals for myself. I was losing tons of weight and I was running. I was super in shape. I've had some injuries, I've had some faults, but I kept at it and I'm still at it to this day. That was in 2021. That was like March 26th. And as of right now, I've lost over 80 pounds. I went from that fat 360 Jeremy to that sub 280 Jeremy, and we still got 40 pounds to go. Moving back to where I was talking about mental health. Where does this all overlay into? Well, the first step is you gotta be in good shape. You gotta eat right, and you have to start working on yourself. If you're frustrated with your life, if you absolutely hate your life and you hate everything and you're depressed and you just can't deal with it anymore, try things. Try things. Do things. Do different things. Find out what you're passionate about. If you know what you're passionate about, then try things. Try them. Do it. Just like Shia LaBeouf said, just do it. You have to try things. You have to try a million things. 1,000,001, 2,000,000, 2,000,001. You got to keep trying stuff because you will never find what makes you happy if you don't try things. And I've always wanted to do YouTube content creation, and I want to be the social media guy, help people with the same problems that I've had, and I'm doing it, right? I tried so many things. Diet, meal prep, exercise. I started meditating like 6 months after my journey to work on my mental health issues, and it worked. I meditate every Sunday. Like, I'm gonna go meditate after this. I only got about 30 minutes in. I gotta do another 3.5 hours. Meditation helped me work through all these problems I've had in my life. Like crazy problems that I've had to deal with up in my mind for my whole life. And what meditation has done for me is what it can do for other people. And maybe meditation is not your route, but you have to try things. You have to attempt to make yourself better. If you want to feel like that the rest of your life, you are a free person. This is America. But it's a pretty fucking shallow existence, man. It sucks. I hate feeling like that. I hate feeling depressed. I hate having heightened anxiety about every little thing that happens. I hate not being able to sleep at night. So you know what I did? I fucking changed it. I started something. I tried something. And it worked. And that's the most beautiful thing about life. You get to live it. You get to experience it. You get to do things. You get to try things over and over and over again. Which is an amazing feeling. And working through meditation, having a positive mindset, which I'm gonna make another video about, talking into how to get into a positive mindset. You just have to try things. You have to live your life. Don't ghost through it. Don't be a NPC. Don't be a zombie. Don't just walk through everything and expect to feel better, because you won't. And then mental wounds absolutely will kill you. I promise you that. I don't want to keep rambling on. This is the first time I've actually had to really do something like this. I've never actually done this like on a camera, vlogging and hiking. But I actually really enjoyed it. They're very therapeutic for me, meditating on the riverbank, enjoying the water, enjoying this energy of the forest, talking and being uplifting and helping solve people's problems if it's possible. I just want to help anybody and everybody. If I can do it, I can fucking die a happy man. I have to share what I've learned with my life and all the things that I've had to deal with to hopefully help other people. So that's kind of like a small dive into who I am as a person. It's a small dive into what I've had to deal with. A very, very small dive, because I want to keep this video relatively in good length, right? I don't want to make it an hour, because I could talk for the rest of my life about this, right? The last thing I want to just relay is try things. Try any and every single thing possible to make yourself happy. Meditation, eating right, positive thinking, all of them. Try everything. Go walk, go run, go lift, go squat. Like, I love trail hiking. Like, this is beautiful. This is amazing. So this is what I love to do. This is what I'm gonna do it. That's why I like talking about this stuff, which is why I'm here, why I'm doing all this. And eventually we'll talk about more deepening subjects. Finishing this off, try things, man. Just try them. Try as many things as possible. Don't give up. You can never give up. When you give up, you die. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please give me a subscribe. More videos like this to come. Maybe like the video if you did enjoy it, but only if you enjoyed the video. Only like a video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. I'll take any and all feedback. But for right now, Jeremy's out.
With no more, I'm saying